Hello and welcome to Therapist Talks. And I'm your host, Alex and Roy. And this show, we're going to dive deep into the world of massage therapy, wellness, and self-care. Today, we are focusing on the art and science of massage. And today, we have an incredible talent and gifted individual. He is a remarkable person. I met him, and you know when you're talking to somebody that's just on a different frequency and you can relate to that. So I really am glad to have him on this show today. He has over 15 years of experience, and so at this table you probably have about 35 years of experience at hand. So we got a lot to say, we got a lot to talk about. This is not scripted. The only script that we do have is to make sure that we talk about all the things that we need to in this time period. But everything else we talk about is from the heart. That's right. It's all about our experiences and what we bring to this beautiful world of massage therapy and physical therapy. Mm-hmm. So let's jump right in.
That's right.
What is your professional background?
My professional background as a massage therapist, or just a professional? I'm messing.
What type of professional are you?
I'm a professional of all professions. Yeah. No, but in any case, I'm a licensed massage therapist as well as a shiatsu practitioner, and I also practice qigong.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. What led you to pursue a massage therapy career?
Many years ago, a loved one of mine was getting some physical therapy work, and I was like, that looks real interesting, but I didn't pursue it at that time. That was just a seed. And then later on, another person that I knew that was in my life said, we need to change what we're doing. This is in the late 90s, so everyone's trying to make a change. And I said, you know what? I'm interested in manual therapy. I want to leave this corporate world and do something manual. And that led me into massage therapy. Actually, led me into shiatsu first.
Wow.
Yeah.
The arts of massage is deeper than a lot of people really understand. As a massage therapist, of course, you have to be accustomed to touch. You have to be accustomed to listening to people, different types of people. But the thing is, if you can enter in through different modalities or different aspects of actual, taking care of people and what their needs are, it gives you a different depth of touch, So the fact that you came in doing something totally different than massage definitely puts you on a different level playing or playing field than a lot of us that just went into straight massage and then went into other things. Right. And massage is definitely spiritual. It's definitely, there's like a frequency to it. There's an understanding to it. There's something that, is very deep. And so it takes a lot. And so that's pretty good, And what area of massage do you specialize in?
At this point in time, I specialize in postural therapy and shiatsu.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, postural therapy, what is that? Like, I'm curious.
Well, you see, most people, when they think of posture, they think of either good or bad, but posture is basically an adaptation. You may have to lean over to do something for a specific period of time, or rotate your body to do something at a specific period of time. So it's all about adaptation. It's not about a good or bad situation, but my goal is to educate people on how it works on both ends, when your body is in a neutral position of rest and then the position of work, and how to balance the two. So that's how I use massage therapy as a form of touch to reach those goals with my client.
So have you worked in different types of settings or different type of venues?
Yeah. I never worked in the spa, kind of, thank goodness. I mean, some people love spa. That's, I'm not into that.
I don't love spas. I don't.
Yeah.
The only reason I like to work in a spa is so that I could be outside of my environment, what I'm used to.
It's challenging.
Or I'm trying to help spa, because it's very hard to find good therapists.
Right.
Or
There's
I
that.
just, I used to do it in the beginning just to get clientele, not necessarily from the spa, but just to learn how to speak to clients, learn how to relate to clients. So in the beginning, the spa was a good teacher for me.
Some
how
training
to
ground.
talk to people and how to relate to people. And so that's what I mean by that.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of the same thing for me. Fortunately, I never had to really work in those arenas for too long, but I have worked in chiropractic and personal, private. So those are my experiences.
Yeah. I think the chiropractic offices are really the absolute best places to work in,
Yes.
because it's like you have a combination of chiropractic and massage, and it's like we kind of complement each other.
Exactly.
When we when we're working. So we're there to kind of get them ready for whatever the chiropractor is about to do, and then a lot of times we're also there to help them facilitate their offices.
Exactly.
So it's just a good setting. It's a good therapeutic setting, and people come there for results. So it's
Right.
it's a very good place to work in.
But there's a difference sometimes between the two. They're on a time clock, so to speak, in a chiropractor office.
Right.
So it's a great experience to work in a chiropractor office and feel that time clock, and then in your own private practice, extend that time clock. To kind of bridge the gap on. There's certain things they're not going to get in a chiropractic setting when it comes to massage therapy.
Right.
And you could kind of use that as a leverage in your own practice. When it comes, because sometimes you get a client who's been directly from a chiropractor, and you can kind of piggyback on what they learned or what they experienced at the chiropractor within your own practice.
Right. Very true. Very true. So, with massage, massage evolves. Exactly. The actual practice of massage evolves. You evolve as a practitioner. We've all started as novelists and not really knowing what to do, what to say, and somehow we create our own techniques. We create our own way of connecting with our clients. But I'm curious, like, where do you see massage going in the next 5 or 10 years?
It seems that it's going to be more remote based and consultation, and way more expansion of gadgetry, different things that a client can use on their own. For instance, when you're dealing with a massage gun, that was typically for us manual therapists, and now you have this whole barrage of people using massage guns, and the
wrong way.
The wrong way. You question, I dig deep. The whole idea is to loosen up the muscle, not pummel the muscle to death.
Right.
But I really see it going in that direction. A lot of people are really becoming more cerebral now.
Right.
So I think that's the direction it's going.
Yeah. I think technology and a lot of things factor into the advancement of massage. I really can't stand looking at those commercials with the robot giving people massages. That just makes no sense to me. I mean, we're going into this age of technology and AI and all these different things, but there's certain things you cannot take the place of.
No.
You can't do what plumbers do. You can't do what electricians do. You can't do that manual labor. And I think that massage is one of those manual labor jobs or services that you need somebody to put their hands on you.
Exactly.
I mean, the body is not a machine. I can understand if you have a car and you want to put it through some type of machine to test it because it's mostly electrical and technical, but we're human beings. We rely on touch, human touch.
Exactly.
And so I don't see technology really taking over in that regards, because I've never seen somebody want a chair massage, one of those chairs you sit in, more than me. So I don't really see those machines taking over. But
not to cut you off, pardon. it creates a bit of a disconnect as to what therapy is.
Right.
You know, is it just truly rubbing on a person for 5 minutes, or
Right.
is it the intention behind manipulating that tissue?
Right. And listening and understanding,
Right.
and like I said earlier, that there is a spiritual, and there's a connection there, and it's very real and very present, and we all need it at times. But as far as technology is concerned, you mentioned the Theragun. You know, they have electrical stim machines that are very good, but don't take the place. They never should take the place, because I give people those machines all the time. I tell them, don't let it take the place of me. And so I can see those being complementary to what we do, but not necessarily taking over what we do.
Exactly.
So that's huge. So yeah. What do you think massage therapists, what role do you think they play in holistics and the preservation of healthcare?
Well, it's the same thing, you know, to some degree. You know, the average person, when they go into a doctor's office, there's only a certain amount of time the doctor has to do diagnostic check. And literally it doesn't come with touch. It's just an intake of questions back and forth. So the client or the patient literally doesn't really get too much in that situation. Whereas when it comes to massage therapy, we do an intake and we also touch. And we take our time to inform the client about what the touch they're receiving is about. You know, and everything is sensory. It's, you know, this whole thing about what we call stress and tension is all sensory. And if you could help a person to really become in tune with their senses and what they feel, that's therapeutic right there. So once they get that quote unquote program within their body, it's easier for them to navigate within the medical fields. At least I feel.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. What is the most rewarding experience you've had as a massage therapist?
You know, every experience to me is one experience. But to try to answer your question, I remember